Bradley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Texans are top 10 in passing TDs, and they go up against the Redskins defense that will need to be on its game.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Houston Texans. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And now here's a carry heading left. And now running right through him. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
First down. Clay. Coleman has it here right side. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To throw on second down. Clay. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They run again with Foreman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic?
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Looking to throw on second down. Clay. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down. That one goes for 24 yards. Throwing on first down. Clay. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go.
Off play action. Clay. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Clay. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. They find some open field here. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, twisting away. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Toss. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. To throw on second down. Clay. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one results in 35 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Looking to throw on second down. Clay. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Clay. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. Finding room at the 30. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. Watson hands this to Foreman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Again, it's Foreman, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That's caught. It's Coleman. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Clay. Jordan Reed has it. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, Clay. Out to the left here to Reed. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Back to throw. Play. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time, and it's third down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Let's go! Let's go!
On third down, Clay. He finds Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a big 32-yard play on third. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Come on, let's go!
To throw on second down, Clay. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Clay firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, Clay. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Anderson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. A first throw for the backup Griffin. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 6 there on first. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. On second down, here's Griffin. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Clay. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Coleman. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Now it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On first down, Clay. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
To throw on third down, Clay. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Eluding the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go, Ohio!
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. And I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
The Redskins on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Clay. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. From the gun, Clay throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd and short.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Clay. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And it's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And that's one of his advantages of a passer is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Here we go.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clay. Steps away to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Clay looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Thompson. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And now here's a carry heading left. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Gun, Watson. Completion left side to Miller. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go.
Here's Foreman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Here we go.
Here's Watson on the sneak, and he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Now, that was a little bit longer distance than you would expect to see for a quarterback sneak. Normally, it's 4th and 1, 4th and inches. But when you get interior linemen trying to get upfield for a pass play, sometimes you can blow past them on the sneak, and it worked well for them.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go.
On first down, Watson. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism. Great.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now they try the right side here. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And Davis with it left side. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Room to run past midfield. And now look at him go. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Dree Archer, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Tried to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A run by Foreman to start the drive. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Now Foreman, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, Whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? The Texans on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Now Watson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Shane Leckler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Avoids him at the 40. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terrell Pryor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And Watson's going to throw it here. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Let's go! What? None! Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Ohio!
Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Off the play fake. Clay. Coleman has it here right side. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road game.
I look up. So many.
Oh my God.
So many. I done made sacrifices. So many sacrifices.
Straight up.
I done gave up so much free time, knowing time.